These are very interesting, Miss O'Neill. Very interesting. As the basis for a comic book, I think the idea is just too far-fetched.
Far-fetched? Sheesh.
Yeah. Hi, I'm Isaac Fisher, one of the documentary producers behind Turtle Power, the definitive history of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Back in the late 1980s, production began in one of cinema's most beloved independent feature films. It was helmed by the visionary director Steve Barron, who cut his teeth on some of the 1980s most iconic music videos. He brought with him Jim Henson and the Creature Shop, who by bringing the Ninja Turtles to life, changed how movie special effects were made. While collecting materials for our documentaries, we came across what is not only likely the only behind-the-scenes content ever collected for that film, we also found most of the film's dailies. What follows is a very special, first-time ever sneak peek at some of the treasures found in those dailies with commentary by the director, Steve Barron.
Hey, 2.5. 494 takes 2. Hey, 2.5.
Mad enough to, certainly unique enough to really get my interest. And then as I went into them and started feeling the spirit that Kevin and Peter had put into these characters, I felt more and more that, this could be really interesting.
This blew my mind when I first saw this. So you got a crane shot kind of coming up, and the manhole cover starts shaking and blows off here in a minute. But what blows my mind is I'm looking for any dividing line in that pavement. I could just see it, where the set is obviously going to split the moment the camera pushes in and you don't see the pavement move away. This must have been so technical.
Yeah, we did. I think we split it apart as we were going through. It was really a nod to an Orson Welles film, which went through a skylight. And you think, how did they get through the skylight? How did they get beyond it? The set was moved apart. So we
genius.
We had this. We knew we had this set, and we just had to build it up high, up the roadway, just in that little one piece above it, and do the blowout. Yeah, in if there ever was a director's cut, this would be that blowing the manhole cover would have definitely made the cut.
So this is the introduction to Casey Jones, which is really 2 shots. So, but it's directly from the comic book. You remember this?
Yeah, totally. That's why. Yeah, loved it in as a character intro. Yeah, that could work in the film. There's no reason it was a either or sort of situation.
Yeah.
With or without. Yeah, I think we were using that same snorkel camera that we used on the conversation with the rat.
And I guess Tetsu's is supposed to be tying a bandana to his shoulder. And I guess the theory is that these 3 guys, one of them is Sam Rockwell, is supposed to get the bandana from him. And she's just gonna, and he like, boom, boom, boom.
It obviously comes back now, but it's supposed to show how amazing he is, and you can't
Touch him. Yeah.
You can't touch him. I don't know how much coverage we got. We probably couldn't actually. I mean, we ran out of time. A lot of days of shooting, and to get those extra shots to make a sequence work, because to shoot it all in 7 weeks was like
bonkers.
But completely bonkers. When they can't, this is their vision, and to suddenly get there and see it, you can see they were blown away by it, and You know,
Yeah.
I think I suppose they could never really imagine how they'd feel in that moment. There isn't really a director's cut. There was 14 or so pages that we never got to shoot, that I wanted to shoot, that we never did, which would have been made a different cut. So there isn't really, you know, a different cut. We used most of everything.
That was just a taste of literally dozens of hours of content we have collected over the past 15 years telling the stories of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. We are making all of that archive content and more available on BackerKit for a very limited window. On there you will find an over 4-hour documentary picking up where Turtle Power left off, along with a coffee table book and exclusive Playmate-style action figures of Easton and Laird and an unproduced character from the earliest days at Playmates Toys. Join us on BackerKit before it's too late. For more information, go to definitivefilm.com.